Here's how to do gardening on a budget. So let's take a closer look while I explain. Whether you are dealing with no money or a very small, tight budget, you can use normal containers like you're seeing here in my collection over the last few months. I started grabbing random items that I can now use to plant seeds in and transfer them outside, or literally grow things from these containers. So if you don't have funds to buy like a $10 to $15 container like this, then you can literally take all those containers I just showed you and use containers like this, milk jug, and a rope, and you can see where it's wet. Keeping it nice and moist. It's auto watering. I fill this thing up like once every 1 to 2 weeks, and it keeps auto watering my seeds. Yes, I've grown tons of things from right here in my garage, and then I transfer them outside when they're ready. So that, my friend, is how you garden on a budget. So even if you can't garden in the most ideal situations, like maybe you want to grow a raised garden bed like I did here, this took 15 years for me to save up money for something like this. So even if you can't do this, no big deal. Check out what you can do. Like I was showing you how I start my seeds indoor, then they can come outside using the same system, coming from a milk jug up and keeping things damp but not soggy, and yes, things will grow. These are in partial shade right here, mostly shade, but some sun too. Very, very, very little. All these flowers over here that you're seeing are all from seed that I started. Look at this one. I started this one and I thought the carrots died, so I threw in different seeds, and now I've got like multiple plants growing out of the same thing. Kind of funny. Anyway, so that is to show you. Oh, and these containers are 5 inches. So if I pull one out, you can see 5 inches, about the height of your hand. So you can see that you could garden completely from these little containers, and the containers I showed you earlier, like a milk jug. So if you have a bigger plant, bigger vegetables, or bigger flowers that need a little more space than 5 inches, use a milk carton to grow things inside of, and use another milk carton to water it automatically. You don't have to pay for these kind of expensive setups, because even though this is kind of the even these cost like $30 to $50, and it hooks right into your hose bib, and then you have a hose going through to your garden and watering things automatically like I have over there. Even though that setup is going to cost you somewhere around $50 to $100. So if you don't have that, use my poor method, because I use a lot of this stuff to keep things alive, and it's kind of convenient and it's really fun. So that is my 2 cents on how to garden on a budget. Hopefully this helps you, and happy gardening. Oh, one last thing you could do that's really fun. You like strawberries? I like strawberries. Who doesn't like strawberries, right? Throw some milk cartons on the top of this bad boy and have it watering each layer, because right now I have drippers that soak through and just drip all the way through the bottom, to the point that you can even see blackberries popping out in the shade down there. One thing I will mention when growing something indoor, it doesn't need light to actually germinate and start off for the first like 2 weeks, maybe 10 days, because what you're doing is you're getting it. What it does need is the proper temperature. So if your place is too hot or too cold, make sure you get it to about 60 to 70 degrees. I think 75 is kind of like the highest you really want it to be. But yeah, get the light isn't really needed until about the second week, maybe 15 days in, as the seedlings are starting to get bigger, like these guys right here. As the seeds start to get a little bigger, then you'll notice if you have a light right above it, all these will start growing towards that light. If you have a light over here to the left, like where my hand is, they will literally grow and all lean to the left where the light is and try to stretch towards it. I've actually done that on accident and seen funny things happen. Sort of looking like Charlie in the Chocolate Factory. Weird stuff. So those are my tips for gardening on a budget. And like I said, I hope this helps you out, and happy gardening. Oh, your turn. Show me your garden. Send me some links, some clips, some videos, and in the description you'll see some areas where you can actually send me some of the things that you've done, and I'll share that on my next video. Have a great day.